Once upon a time, there was a king. He had a minister. The king's minister was very wise. He often used to say that whatever happens, happens for good. Once, the king was cleaning his fault. The minister was also sitting next to him. Suddenly, the sword fell on the king's feet, and one finger of his foot was cut off. Just then, the minister said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." The king was very angry on hearing this. He asked the minister, "My toe finger is cut off, and you are saying that it has happened for good? What is good in it?" The king got angry and ordered the minister to be imprisoned in jail. The minister did not feel sorrow for this, and while leaving for jail, he again said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." The king was amazed to hear this. He thought, how strange person he is. He is going to jail and saying that whatever happens, happens for good. Anyways, 2 months passed after this incident. One day, the king went for hunting with his soldiers, riding on horses. They all went into the dense forest. The king, while chasing a deer, went more into the deep forest and got separated from his soldiers. However, he could not catch the deer, but he lost his way and got lost in the dense forest. When the king realized this, he started looking for a way out of the forest. Suddenly, the king was surrounded by a group of tribals living in that forest. The tribe of those tribals was neither in the king's kingdom nor did they recognize the king. So, they captured the king and took him to their tribe. Those tribals were looking for a human whom they could kill and sacrifice to appease their deity. The king was pleading with them to release him, but those tribals did not understand the language of the king. They started playing drums in happiness. They bathed the king, dressed him in new clothes, put a rosary of flowers around his neck, and made him ready to be sacrificed. Just when they were about to kill the king, the head of the tribe saw that one finger of the king's feet was cut off. Seeing this, he ordered all the drums to be stopped and said, "This man cannot be sacrificed because he is incomplete. If an incomplete human is sacrificed, the deity will become angry instead of being happy." So, they decided to leave the king. The king happily returned to his palace. After coming back, he thought, if one finger of my foot had not been cut off, then those tribals would have killed me. It means the minister was right, whatever happened happened for good. He ordered the soldiers to get the minister out of jail, gave him back his minister's position, and asked, "Minister, tell me that my finger was cut on that day, and it happened for my good. I have understood this, but you were jailed for 2 months and you had to suffer so much. What would happen to you?" The minister smiled and said, "My lord, I was your prime minister, and I used to be always with you. Had I not been in jail, then I would have been with you that day also. They left you after seeing your cut a finger, but sir, my body was complete. If I was with you, they would have definitely sacrificed me. That's why it was good that I was not with you that day, and I was in jail. It saved your life and saved my life also. That's why I always say that whatever happens, happens for good." Music. If we see in our lives, we will find that there are times in our life when we feel that something really bad is happening to us or this should not have happened. But after some time, if we look back, we feel that whatever happened at that time happened for good. In fact, we try to judge each event with our intelligence, but in reality, our intelligence is also limited. We cannot judge the fairness or unfairness of an event with our limited intelligence. The whole world is based on karma. He who does good deeds gets happiness, and he who does bad deeds gets sorrow. So, if you are going through a sad phase, then always remember that your bad karma is being spent, and nature is taking you toward progress all the time by giving you the fruit of your bad karma. This creation has not been created by our enemy, that's why nothing wrong can happen in this world. So, remove the thought from your mind that anything bad can happen to you and always remember that whatever happens, happens for good. Foreign, O Lord, please tell me, what is the worth of human life? Gautam Buddha smiled and gave him a shining stone, saying, "First, go and find the birth of the stone. Go to different shops in the market and tell them that you want to sell this stone, but remember, don't sell the stone in any case." The man got puzzled with Buddha's reply, but without saying anything, he took the stone and went to the market. First, he went to an orange seller and asked him about the worth of the stone. The orange seller took the stone in hand, looked at it, and replied, "I will give a dozen of oranges for the stone." The man took the stone back and went to a vegetable vendor and asked him the same question. The vendor also took the stone in hand, looked at it, and said, "Take a sack of potatoes and leave this shining stone." The man was still not satisfied with all these answers, so he kept going on. Next, he went to a goldsmith and showed him the stone. The goldsmith was amazed by the shine of the stone and said, "Sell me the stone for 1,00,000 gold coins." The man was surprised to hear this offer, but he refused. The goldsmith then got ready to pay him 5,00,000 gold coins. The man said, "My teacher has told me not to sell this stone to anyone." Finally, the man went to a diamond merchant and showed him the stone. When the diamond merchant saw this beautiful and shining stone, he could not believe his eyes. He was mesmerized by the beauty of the stone. The diamond merchant firstly laid down a red velvet cloth and then placed that stone on it and bowed before it. Then he asked the man, "Where did you find this precious stone?" The man replied, "Even after selling the whole world, we cannot estimate the worth of this ruby stone. This is priceless and invaluable." The man got puzzled with the variety of experiences he just had with different people and went straight back to Lord Buddha. Then he narrated his story to Buddha and asked him, "Lord, please tell me now, what is the worth of human life?" Buddha smiled and replied, "You see, my friend, the orange seller quoted 12 oranges for the stone. Vegetable vendor said 1 sack of potatoes, goldsmith valued the stone at 5,00,000 gold coins, and finally, the diamond merchant said that this stone is invaluable. The same is true for human life. In fact, you are a gem, but people around you will value you according to their status, knowledge, and capacity. But do not worry, as this world will also identify and find your true value one day. If we see in our lives, then we will find that often people do not know their own worth, and that's why they settle for far less than they deserve. The value of your life depends on where you place yourself. People will understand your value as much as you will value yourself. If you underestimate your worth, then you will get less from this world. And if you feel yourself worthy, then you will get more out of this world. Most of the people just allow anyone to evaluate their worth, but people who know their true value will just refuse to accept the opinions of others. They refuse to be defined by anyone because they know that their value is set by themselves, not someone else's opinion of what they are worth. Therefore, don't let people put a price on you, and you set your own price, foreign.